High achievers don't just burn out at work, we burn out in every area of our life. I used to perform everywhere. Like, when I mean everywhere, it means that I had to be perfect and the best in every area of my life. It had to be at work, it had to be with my family, especially I'm the eldest daughter, so I think that also plays a part. It had to be with my partner, it had to be in my friendships, it had to be in any type of sport I practice outside of work. Like, even if it was yoga, like I had to always improve and be the best and learn, otherwise it wasn't worth it. It wasn't worth it if I wasn't the best, if wasn't worth it if I wasn't getting the highest and results. It's just, if I wasn't getting the praises. I think I really had to learn who I was and where my worth came from in the silence when I couldn't perform anymore, when I burnt out, when I got my chronic illness diagnosis. I had to learn to be even when I couldn't do anything. When I was diagnosed with my chronic illness, I was seeing double for a month, and I had vertigo. And so when your vision is duplicated, like, you can't do anything. You can't read. You can't watch TV. You definitely can't work. It's just really hard to perform any daily task. Like, it was even hard to just walk to the get the mail. Like, it was maybe 50 meters, 100 meters. It wasn't even like a 3-minute walk. And when you're unable to perform anywhere in your life, when you're unable to produce results, what does that say about you? What does that say about your worth as a human being? What does that say about your worth without the recognition of others? What does that say about your worth when you're unable to get any type of results, when you're unable to achieve anything? And the spoiler here is, it doesn't say anything about your worth. But I think a lot of us overachievers have become overachievers because we've been yearning for the love of others through performance, through results, what we're able to achieve through being the best in class, the best in sports, the best everywhere, through always being perfect when perfection isn't attainable, but always feeling like we have to be the perfect girlfriend, the perfect wife, the perfect sister, the perfect daughter, the perfect colleague, the perfect manager. We've learned to, and this is really sad, but we've learned to link our worth of being alive to how much we're useful to others, to society, and how good we are at what we do, at our job, at being in relationships, at supporting others. But it's just not sustainable, and it's just not true. I think what I've learned through this is we're just worthy because we are. You don't have to do anything to earn your worth. I don't have to do anything to earn my worth. I even have to do less to earn love, whether it's from parents, siblings, friends, partners, family in general. People love you just because they love you. Like, there's no need to perform, there's no need to achieve, there's no need to be loved. And if there is, then I would invite you to reconsider those relationships, because would those people love you if you weren't doing anything? Would those people love you if you were incapacitated? Would they? And chances they would. Chances they would still be here for you. Chances you've built this vision of what love should be and how you can get love that is not accurate. Actually, chances a lot of the people that are in your life now and that you've built relationships with as an adult don't expect you to perform all the time and would still love you even if you weren't. But I think that is something I've really had to learn the hard way. I've also had to learn the hard way that I will not stop chasing love outside of myself if I continue to not find it inside of myself, if that makes sense. Like the first place where I need to find and look for love is self-love, is inside of myself, is learning to accept and love myself as I am, because and wanting to care, really, like there's this deep need and this deep yearning to care for myself. When I was hospitalized and I felt like I had failed my body, and just saying this makes me emotional, I felt like I have failed myself, and I made a promise to myself that I would always take care of myself first. I would always put myself first and my needs first, because no one else is going to do it for you. That is the truth. I'm not talking about the relationship between, you know, adults and your children that are kids and who depend on you and who are reliant on you. um I'm really talking about that relationship as an adult with no one who is dependent on you, where you have to first give yourself the love that you're looking for in others. You have to first be able to give it to yourself. You have to first be able to show yourself that you care, so you can really care for others and they can also care for you. Like, you have to give yourself permission to be loved, and this starts with loving yourself. It really does. I think in our society, a lot of times self-love is seen as egotistical, as something that is selfish, but it truly isn't. I think if we all learn to love ourselves and care for ourselves a bit more, then it's a virtuous circle, because we are able to care better for ourselves, so we are able to care better for others, and they know how to care better for ourselves, so we less feel the need to play this role of a savior, because the people around us actually know how to save themselves. I've also realized this, like, no one is gonna save me, and I shouldn't be expected to save others. I think this is very important. I think, you know, I have built that self-reliance and self-love where I know I am able to get out of any situation, no matter how hard, no matter how long it takes. I know I will get out of it, but I still play the savior with others, and so, because that's a way for me to get love, to get connection. But I realize it's unfair. It's unfair towards those people. It's unfair because when I want to save them, what I'm telling themselves is, I don't think you're able to save yourself on your own. And that's not fair. That's not how I live. Like, I believe I am able to save myself, and the best thing I can do for others is believe that it's supporting them. It's believing that in that for themselves as well, and supporting them in saving themselves, and like being able to do that for themselves. So at the end of the day, I think a lot of the sadness and suffering that comes for us as high achievers is really ingrained into the fact that we don't think we are worthy unless we're achieving something, and we don't think we can be loved unless we're achieving something, and we are looking for that worthiness and that love outside of ourselves, when we should build it inside of ourselves first and then nurture it outside. Worthiness will not need to be nurtured outside. Worthiness is innate. It is part of you. You are worthy. And love, it starts with self-love. You can't love other people if you're unable to love yourself. I mean, you can only, I've read this before and I really like this sentence that says you can only love people to the level that you're able to love yourself first. And I think that is very true. So my one advice for you, if you're watching this and you're a high achiever and you want to achieve a lot in life, is stop looking for recognition outside of yourself and start looking for it inside of yourself. Stop being proud of what you do and what you don't do. Be proud of the days you decide to rest, and because you know that's the best thing for your body. Be proud of the moments where you show care and self-love for yourselves. start really building and nurturing that relationship with yourself, and you see that you'll be able to achieve all of your wildest dreams without exhausting yourself, without burning out, without running on empty, because it will come from that deep knowing that you are capable, and that deep love for yourself, and that deep nurturing, and it will really change your life for the better. So if you are a high achiever and this video has been useful, please let me know so that I know that this is a topic you want to hear more about. Let me know if you have specific questions and I'll try to answer them in another video. Do subscribe. I am going to talk to you a lot. I'm going to have a lot of my content relating to high achievers and how to live a better life, still achieve your goals. I'm not saying give up on that. No. We want to achieve our goals, but let's achieve that in a healthier way that feels more fulfilling and that makes us more happy, and that allows us to live more joyful and healthier lives. I will see you in the next video tomorrow. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you and see you soon. Bye.